All right, Bimang, today is Thursday. It is June 11th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Brain Clash, number 11. We missed last month. Apologize for that. But we had a lot going on, so we're back. White Sox Dave versus Cheah. Cheah won last time 3-2. So White Sox Dave's looking to get back in the scores column.
I'm looking forward to it. Another brain clash, another debate session. Let's do it, Steven.
Are you confident?
I think so. Mm-hmm.
I warmed him up a little bit before this.
Did you tip anything you were talking about?
No, I
Okay.
literally just about the Scary Movie 6 conversation.
Oh,
was a
right.
warm-up. Man.
I've seen Weapons. I've seen. Okay, so to go back a
Oh,
second.
you've just seen Weapons. You saw Weapons.
What's the other
Sinners.
one? No, not Sinners. What's the other one that came out like with weapons? It was one of the it was the goriest thing I've ever seen. He was biting into the knife. What was the name of that one?
Don't.
Yes. That's yes.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. It's not Talk to Me. It's the people who made Talk to Me.
I don't know any of these.
Yeah.
I watched all the horror series like Fall of the House of Usher. Fantastic.
Watching Widow's Bay?
No, I haven't seen it yet. No.
Okay.
Have you seen Get Out?
Maybe.
You would know.
I mix them all up. I don't know.
I will say I forget movies within 72 hours of seeing them.
But Sinners and Get Out, you don't forget.
Those, yes, name recognition.
I forget the plot points and things that happened, but I don't forget that I've seen it.
Yes, fair.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Talk to Me was maybe the best movie that year.
Yeah, you really like that one.
So good.
I'm blanking on the one, though. It's pissing me off, but whatever. All right, Brain Clash 11. Nick, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to see these two titans of debate
Clash
go at it.
Mm-hmm.
You sound a little nasal.
You're stuffy, and you weren't stuffy earlier.
No, I have been. I had a cold over the weekend. I'm good though. I'm just like.
Hey, before we get going here, I want to talk about Reese's. They say everything happens for a reason, but I suspect everything happens for a Reese's. Take how the whole world is vying for the cup right now. Is it because it's called a cup, just like a Reese's peanut butter cup? Coincidence? I think not. So be a champ and score a Reese's today because everything happens for a Reese's. As you guys heard last Thursday, we unveiled the new Reese's room. It's awesome. It's right across from our studio. The Animal Cracker Reese's, cannot recommend them enough. They are elite. We rated them on Snack Boys a while ago. They're awesome. Go check them out at a store near you. Or how about this? Reese's is the official candy partner of Barstool Sports. Everything happens for our Reese's. Get yours at Hersheyland.com/Reese's. You'll find it on there, as well as a bunch of their other offshoots, I guess I'll call it. I don't know, other second collaborations after the original Reese's Cup. They got a bunch of great ones. They nailed those. So go check that out one more time, Hersheyland.com/Reese's, and enjoy your Reese's. Also, guys, Stella Blue Summer Baseball Rooftop Views. The Stella Blue Coffee Golden Mug giveaway is live right now. 15 winners and a +1 are winning a trip to a baseball rooftop experience with the Barstool Chicago office. And entering is easy. Just buy anything at Stella Blue Coffee now through Friday night. Every purchase gets you entered, and the new ready-to-drink cans count as 10 entries. So stock the fridge and boost your odds at the same time. Go stock up and enter now on StellaBlueCoffee.com. Okay, Brain Clash 11. Topic number 1, Cheah, you get to choose to go first or to kick it over to Dave.
Okay.
What's up?
Is that okay?
Okay. I thought
He acknowledged you.
First up, is professional wrestling
Ooh.
a legitimate sport?
Oh, jeez. I'm going to defer.
Whoa.
Okay, I will say that professional wrestling. This is this kind of side note actually. This is something that I didn't have as part of my childhood that I look back on and regret because I never got into wrestling at all.
You would have loved.
I know everybody says so. But it feels like there's so much of it that I don't even know where to start. Like the Attitude Era or something. I don't know. Nevertheless, those guys are absolutely athletes. It's absolutely a sport. You have the choreography is insane. The athleticism is insane. It's 1v1 sometimes, obviously. What's it called with the Rumble in the Cage or something?
The Royal Rumble?
Royal Rumble, where it's like
This
10 on 10.
I feel so bad for you.
I know. Everybody says this. Everybody says that I would be like the biggest wrestling fan ever. I never, ever at any point in my life got into it. but sometimes it's 10 on 10. Nevertheless, it is athlete on athlete. It is like these guys are finely tuned, like performance enhanced drugs filled freaks of nature. And a lot of them were athletes in former lives. Who's the dude from Downers Grove that died? You know who?
Macho Man Randy Savage?
Macho Man. He was drafted to play baseball. He's total athlete. He was, I think, in the same draft as I want to say John Elway, and who else got drafted that year?
He went to Southern Illinois.
Southern Illinois guy. Nevertheless, those guys are absolutely athletes, and it is a sport. It doesn't matter if it's a predetermined outcome or not. You can gamble on it. You can wager on it. It's athlete on athlete. It's best on best. It is absolutely a sport.
Stephen Cheah.
All right. You brought up 3 things that I want to address. I'm just going to start debunking your point. So, the result is predetermined, which you alluded to. So these are scripted matches where performers, 10 on 10 doesn't happen, but
I mean, you knew what I was getting at.
30-person Royal Rumble, I understand where you're getting at. There's a predetermined outcome. So both of the competitors in the match know how it's supposed to end. Have there been times where that has fallen apart by mistake? Yes, if there's an injury or something like that. But for the most part, this is a predetermined outcome that people are performing. This is also very clearly in their name, not a sport. They call it sports and entertainment. So when The Rock makes a big statement and says, I am the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, that's a very clear delineation that it is not sports. Also, we're a DraftKings partner. You cannot bet on this on DraftKings. There are no outcomes where you can bet on the WWE because it is predetermined. Are these guys athletic? Certainly. They are ripped, in great shape for the most part. But this is not a sport. In also another point you brought up was that the performance-enhancing drugs. You cannot do that in the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, all the traditional sports that we know. You cannot take steroids. And there was an era in wrestling where pretty much everyone took steroids. Take a look at Vince McMahon's body in the 90s. Like, that guy's obviously on steroids. So many people are on the juice, or used to be on the juice, which contributes to a lot of the early deaths, whatever. So in no aspect is what they're doing a sport. However, because again, predetermined outcomes, use of performance-enhancing drugs, and the fact that they call it sports and entertainment, and you cannot bet on it. But it is very athletic feats done by a lot of people that are athletic or former athletes. So in no way is this a sport.
Okay, you said it's sport entertainment. What does ESPN stand for? What's the acronym?
I don't know.
Entertainment Sports Programming Network. So that's
They're on
ESPN shows nothing but sports, right? Sports is just like a kind of
really.
it's a synonym for entertainment in a way. So I don't know what like you're getting at with that. That didn't really compute with me. What was it? The steroids? Steroids are still prevalent in sports. Just because they're illegal doesn't mean that players don't take them. We just who was it? Max Kepler just got suspended in baseball. Alexi Ramirez, funny enough, just got suspended in the World Baseball Classic, and he had one at bat in it. So just because they're illegal doesn't mean they're not still being used to some extent. Obviously, they were more prevalent 2 decades ago, but that doesn't have like. What does that have to do with the argument on whether WWE or F or whatever it's called now is a sport or not, or WCW? It's all the same to me. It's a bunch of athletes taking part in a sport. They're all performers. Yeah, just like all baseball players to an extent are performers, just like they're all performing for us. Just because it's football and it's not a predetermined outcome doesn't mean that it's not doesn't mean that's a sport and that WWF is.
Name one more sport that has a predetermined outcome. I'll concede.
It
Just one.
There isn't. I don't. There is. It doesn't matter. The definition of sport is a competition between two individuals.
A competition.
Yeah. Is it not a competition?
No, the outcome is predetermined.
But they're still competing, are they not?
They're performing.
So is Chris Sale tomorrow night not performing on the mound against the White Sox?
He is actually competing because the outcome is not predetermined.
But is he performing?
You are using that.
Yes or no question. Is he performing?
By this definition, no.
Yes, he is.
The outcome is not predetermined.
I understand that. I didn't ask that. Is he performing for an audience? Yes or no?
No, not based on your definition.
Yes, he is. He's out. Every single athlete that is on the field, it doesn't matter if you're a high school athlete. If there's a crowd there, you're performing for the crowd. You're there for entertainment
But
purposes.
the outcome is not known.
I understand that. I said that in my original argument. It doesn't matter. It's athletes.
It does
best
matter.
on best. It's multiple people on multiple people. Sometimes it's teams on teams, I think, right? If I knew WWF better, I could speak to that better. But it's people versus people. It's man versus man. Sometimes woman versus woman. It's competition. It's a sport.
Okay.
The Venn diagram of White Sox fans and wrestling fans.
It's gotta
I would
be
have thought
a
it's like this,
just
and
a
you are
circle.
the only.
Out. Yeah, probably. That's probably true.
Nick, we'll start with you.
This was teetering on body bagging by Stephen Cheah. And then you brought in the ESPN argument. And then Cheah again reversed the tides with name another sport that has a predetermined outcome. And then he sat back away from the mic, cocky, and it cemented again a body bagging Stephen Cheah.
Okay. Interesting that you chose the yes side of the coin when you never watched it. I'm surprised by you chose that side. Also, you were helping. You told him it's on ESPN. He definitely would have never known
I
that.
would not have known that.
I
would not have known
the
that.
gambling point was not great. That kind of hurt you because you can't gamble on, at least legally. And if you do gamble on something that's predetermined, it's kind of crazy.
I could have swore there was like Royal Rumble props on.
No, there's definitely not. With that said, this turned into a competing versus performing debate, which was equally as entertaining and kind of more interesting, to be honest.
I thought that was interesting because I didn't know which side I was on.
Yes, that became more interesting than the original debate. However, I have to go with Cheah too. Like the gambling point. Like,
I should have gone with the other side.
yes,
Of that one. Yeah.
yes. Okay. All right, Cheah. What is the best piece of equipment at a local park?
Wow. Boy. Question.
This is a great question. I love this.
Is this for everyone? For myself, a 40-year-old, or this is just all ages?
That's the debate for you to make.
I'm glad you didn't answer that.
Yeah.
And I have a question. Will Dave be arguing against that, or will he be saying his own favorite?
Also,
good-
fair question.
It's a good point. I think he should give his own favorite while arguing against
Okay.
whatever he picks, or he could defer to.
Good ruling.
So.
I'm going to. I kind of want to defer this to give you. No, I want the ball. I'm going to score.
Okay.
I wish you would have deferred. I think there's an easy answer for this.
I do too, because you look at slides, you look at swings, all very nice. I take my kids to parks all the time. But you know what? Parks are the best. The ones that have a basketball hoop. And that's good for all ages. I grew up a lot on basketball courts at my local park, at Gumpert Park in technically Garwood, New Jersey. It's great. It's good for kids to get shots up, and typically I'm referring to not just like a half court where one people are playing, but the one I had was 4 full courts, so 8 hoops. It's great. Some of the hoops are lower, so little kids can play, like very little kids, like 6-7 years old. Some of them are 10 feet for regular people. You can have pickup games. You can play half court. You can play shooting drills. You can play horse. You can get better. Some local youth teams will just go out there and practice sometimes. A lot of times you'll see older guys in the community, just that's their local court. There was a guy, Bruce, who used to come over from Summit, New Jersey, 15 minutes away, and he would just come with friends, and he would post up all day and just sit there with lawn chairs and stuff like that and play and watch games all day. And it's a fun way to get to know strangers, and it's great. You get cardio, you get exercise, you work on a skill that could be beneficial for you in the future if you're a young person and potentially could play in college or something like that. So I think basketball hoops are the best thing because they are, unlike playground structures, swings, slides, good for all ages, good for all sizes, good for exercise, good to get to know people in the community, and just a great way to live. So I think if you're talking about a public park, that's the number one thing I'm looking for is a basketball court.
Okay, that pick completely stinks. First of all, when you're playing outdoor, I'm going to rip his, then I'm going to give mine.
Sure.
When you're playing outdoor basketball, almost every single time, the nets are completely chewed up, if they even are still on the rim. Then the rims are always like hard as nails. So if you hit the rim at all, the ball's flying off by 30 feet. So it's hard to make a basket unless you have the greatest shot ever. If you have a good basketball like an Evolution, it's getting completely chewed up by the asphalt. And 3, it's always typically an uneven basketball court. Obviously, if there's a new basketball court, it could be like, good playing surface and everything. But if I'm playing basketball, I want to play indoors 100% of the time. That, and your kids aren't playing pickup basketball against the neighborhood Bruce, whoever's posting up drinking Miller Lite with his lawn chairs at the thing. If you're going to a park, and a third thing, you completely argued something with it was beyond the spirit of the debate. Basketball hoop, you're just picking something that you think the audience will automatically be like, oh, great way to think outside the box. The answer is easily swings. Every single one of us, when we were kids, tried to swing up and go around the bar. It was like a urban legend if you could
safe?
Do it or not. Well, I don't think it's.
You know, people that gotten hurt doing that?
Probably. Kids get hurt on playgrounds all the time.
Noted.
But it's like, if obviously it's a physical impossibility, but as a kid, it's like you're thinking beyond like physical limitations. You think you can get over that pole, that crossbar. Swings are awesome, and you get that sweet feeling in the stomach. You get the wind on your face. It's like, if I haven't gone on a swing in 25 years, I know that if I went on a swing right now, and I would have a great time. It'd be a flashback to my childhood. I grew up, like, my backyard was behind. It was like I didn't have a fence, so the park was right behind. So it was like I had a 10-acre yard, and it was all park, but ours was just a little section of it. I would live on that park, and I would go straight to the swings all the time.
Okay. And you're a free adult of free will. You can do what you please, right?
I think what the original question meant was, what you don't go to parks and you're not playing. You have kids now. I think they're a little older. I've met your son, so
they can do the swings if they want.
Yeah. But are you taking them to the park still?
Yeah. All the time. Yep.
How old? What ages again?
7.5 and 5.
Okay, so they're prime age for the park. Yeah. Yeah. What are they doing? Are they playing basketball? Or are they going to the park, or like the actual park, the playground?
Yeah. I mean, the park that we go to consists of basketball hoops, two full courts, and then one this way. There's a baseball field, and then there's a giant slide and climbing structure. There's swings over here. There's like a roundabout thing, and a little kid playground over here. So to me, that's all the park. Like, if I was calling my parents and be like, hey, I'm going to the park when I was younger, like, that meant I was going to play basketball. And I would say
that's more of like a teenage thing, though. I'm thinking more like your kids, 5, 7, 8 years old.
The problem with the answer for swings is it's such a confined age where you can really enjoy it. From the ages of, I would say, 6 to 12 at most is kind of when you're on the swings. Mm-hmm. After that, you're either not.
They have swing rides at amusement parks for adults.
You're talking about the ones where you're on the swing and it's going around.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're going to base your argument on. You're an adult of free will. You haven't been on the swings, by your admission, in 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing that you said,
I don't have reason to hang out on a playground often.
Sure, but I'm sure you grew up near a park.
Mm-hmm.
You live pretty close to. I mean, Chicago is littered with parks.
Yeah,
you can literally. I'm sure you probably pass the swing set on your way to work at some point, where you are able to.
I pass a basketball court too, and I don't even think about playing on it. And I don't know that I've ever seen a single person ever play on it. Now that you mention it, I will. There's a park by my house. I see Kate there regularly in the mornings at like 7 a.m. when we're walking the dogs and shit. There's pickleball courts, there's basketball courts, there's the giant like grass park area, and then there's the playground. It's 50 kids every single morning before school that are on the playground. Pickleball courts, it's all old white guys that are like 400 pounds. Basketball courts, nobody's on them because nobody plays basketball outside.
I would say nobody plays basketball outside at 7 a.m., which is when you're seeing it. So I think basketball courts are very, very popular. If you go there during the afternoon, evening,
I am at the park
they're going to be filled.
Twice a day. I never see people playing basketball, ever.
So you're at the park twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't been on the swings in 25 years. And
I'm not going to the playground, Steven.
The question was, what's the best part of a park?
Yes.
And you chose, in your free will, the swings. Something that you admit you haven't done in 25 years. So how are you arguing this is a good thing?
When's the last time you've played pickup basketball at a park?
Very recently. Within the last 8 months.
That's not recent. So you do it once a year?
It just got to be nice. So yeah, last summer.
Once a year he plays pickup basketball, and I gotta reiterate that picking a basketball hoop was not within the spirit of the draft. It's part of most parks. How are the rims at that?
Fine.
Like, I don't believe it.
There are.
Do you know what I'm
rims.
talking about, Lance? You know
those
what
are called double rim.
How good are the rims at outdoor standard park basketball hoops?
Usually a double rim is not very good. However, a good coach will tell you you should shoot on a double rim because then you'll make it on a normal one.
But you're going to play pickup basketball. You're not going to make your high school team.
Okay.
Also, you're going to parks with no nets. Get your money up.
Get my
Go to
money
some nice
up.
parks.
Lance, you want to lead it off since he kicked it to you?
Yeah, I mean, I hear Dave on the argument of saying that the basketball hoop was not in the spirit, just because initially I was like, oh, didn't even think of a basketball hoop. However, I think it's kind of won me over where it's like you go to a park essentially twice a day, but have not even ever gotten on a swing set in 25 years. Like, I don't know. I think in this
That would
once the
get
argument
you arrested.
you wouldn't get arrested because you swang on a swing, but. I don't know. I think once we've now added that element, I think I'd give it to Cheah in the idea that I think it was a better argument that a basketball hoop is even more practical.
Okay, 1 point Cheah. Nick?
So when you asked this, Ed, the first thing that popped in my head was swing.
Okay.
I think it's the most fun. I like the freedom. I like, getting to the highest point and jumping off, which you never brought up, which bummed me out.
I should have. Yeah.
And then when he pushed
Absolutely
back
right.
that there was a small age gap, like what, 4 to 12, I think is what you said, the very max.
6 to 12.
I think, you're out at the park. That's one of the one places where you sneak out to your drinking beer, you smoke a little weed. It's the first time you push your best gal, out joking around, first skin to skin. Cheah is operating at a different wavelength today, and I've never seen he's surgical today. I'm going to do it. It's a back-to-back body bag, Stephen Cheah.
That's insanity.
Here's the thing, Dave. I think I like your piece of equipment. I wanted you to win. I'm with Nick. I think swing was the pick. I think you had it right there on the tee. Like, what parks have more across the nation? Swings or hoops? It's swings for sure. You didn't even bring that up. I mean, it's just there's definitely more swings. You don't think there's more swings?
Every park has a
slides
swing
and
set.
swings. I close my eyes and think of park.
Yes.
It could damn near be the logo for parks,
Exactly.
a swing.
Yes. And you brought up great points about how the hoops are bad. And let's be honest, like, you can't use those hoops until you're like 8 when you could get the shots up to reach.
I loved your
too.
point that a lot of the hoops were shitty.
Yeah.
Where I grew up, there weren't nets.
Yeah.
But
I don't think you argued
you didn't
hard
argue
enough for
enough
swings. That was the problem.
And
you don't think do you think you wholeheartedly
Yes.
think you really argued that hard for swings?
Yes. And
dude, after hearing you debate, I don't even think you like swings.
that's crazy.
You haven't been on it in 25 years.
Because I'm
You've
an
been on
adult, Steve.
how many times this century?
Will you go on will you take a video of you swinging?
Sure.
Will you be saying we?
Yeah, I would.
I would, like uncontrollably?
No.
I would retroactively change my vote.
Okay.
Because I truly wanted you to win that because I thought he was out of the spirit as well.
You guys have gunks of garbage in your
we
ear.
don't. We are awarding the winner based on the debate.
Yeah.
We wanted you to win.
I could be biased and be like, I like swings more.
Yeah. I also, if you do take a video of your swing, I'll retroactively change my vote too. So if
This
you take a video,
is-
you actually win.
He doesn't. None of you guys actually believe that he plays pickup basketball.
Oh, I do. Stephen
I do.
Cheah?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Stephen Cheah, but he's the exception to the rule. No one actually plays pickup basketball at a local park. No one
They
does.
do.
I live by a
have to
park
know.
and it is constantly filled.
With who?
Basketball
People play
players.
with Oz Park.
No, Wrightwood.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wrightwood Park. I was gonna say I live by there too. I've actually gone there and just showed up by myself and been like, "Yo, you guys want to run 5s?" And they're like, "Yeah, we need one more."
Yeah.
See, that's
It's
interesting.
always going
because
on.
the parks near me, they took all the hoops down. That
No
was
kidding.
another.
That's what I'm saying.
They
No
took
one
them all
Lance,
down.
do we
because-
live by
because
each
of
other?
riffraff.
Yeah.
I think
told
we
you
just
that the
found
other
out we
day.
do.
Riffraff.
Yeah, they didn't
I
want,
told
they
you
don't
that
want
the other
people
day.
that are
I'm like,
late
you live
playing
right by
hoops and
Lance.
arguing and fighting.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Hey guys, let's take a quick break. So I want to talk about Chicagoland Chevy Dealers. You guys know the drill. Summer's here. And if you haven't made the move into a new Chevy yet, what are you waiting for? Chevy drives Chicago all year round, but especially in the summer. The Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers have what you want and what you need. Whether you're in need for a new truck, a new SUV, a new mom or dad ride like the all-new Traverse, we have it all for you. Like they just said, you know, a lot of parents want to go get the minivan. Why don't you get something a little cooler like a Traverse? You got that third row. I know there's some Traverses that have the captain seats. Everyone loves the captain seats now. You don't want to be, ripping the seat down, so you got to squeeze through the side. Just get those, get that Traverse with the captain seats. You'll have just as much room, and you'll look cooler doing it. All you have to do is head to your local Chevy dealer and learn more about what your next ride could be today. So go do that. Chicagoland Chevy Dealers, Chevy Drive Chicago. It's a no-brainer, folks. Go get your new Chevy. All right, so another point for Cheah. That's 2-0 Cheah. Early lead. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Is it the Knicks' success or like you are moving just surgical and precise?
It's
I don't
pretty
think
easy
with
when the
it-
guy who's arguing for something is like, I haven't done this in 25 years.
But
You
I haven't stepped foot on
Lie.
the playground.
What about when you're walking the dog? I always walk the dog through the park.
You walk past it. You don't go on the swing set.
I'll pop a squat.
No, you won't.
Oh, yeah.
No, you won't.
I think I've been on the swing set in the past month.
Doing what? Besides
Sat
swinging?
down, just had the dog on the leash, and I was just gave it a little spin.
Okay. How was it?
I have too.
Great. I love swings.
Yeah, swings are good.
Okay. Stephen Cheah. 4th of July or Christmas?
Better holiday.
What is a better holiday?
And Eddie, is it you can't defer 3 times in a row, right?
No.
No, I didn't defer last time. I'm going to take this one.
Okay.
Christmas. And I used to be I don't want to say a big anti-Christmas guy, but Christmas was never my favorite holiday. It's awesome as a kid, and you get to live it. Santa's real. You get presents. It's great. Basketball's on all day. Now football's on all day. Awesome, awesome stuff. You believe in magic, essentially. There is a period where that could fade away for a little bit, and then maybe you cool on it. But it comes back to you as a parent like tenfold. Like, it's so much fun. I love Christmas now because my kids are so into it, and you get to relive that magic again. It is a special day. You get to see family. There's awesome sports on all day, which 4th of July doesn't really have. Like, they have baseball, but outside of that, there's nothing on 4th of July. There's the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, which
That's a sport.
I guess people can
Those are
watch.
athletes.
Not predetermined. Shout out sports. But you got, NFL's on, NBA's on all day. They have the marquee matchups. It's so much fun just watching the kids open presents, be with family, eat good food. Now steak is making a big comeback for as a main entree part of the meal instead of like Christmas ham, which is great. Marquee matchups, kids being happy, you getting to see your kids be happy, football on at night. It's awesome.
Dave.
I'm going to start by saying that you just started saying that you didn't like Christmas for a lot of your life. I think that's a weird admission when you're trying to sell it. Obviously, it changes as you get older, introduce kids to your life and all that stuff. But Christmas time is one of the most stressful times there is. You're spending a fuck ton of money. You're in the dregs of winter. You don't see sunlight a lot of times. If you get to the office if you get here for WUB and you leave at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it's pitch black that time of year. It's depressing. It's where we live. It's always bitter cold. I can't stand Christmas. The travel sucks. I have to go to Western Illinois. I have to shuttle between second family, my family. I also have 5 siblings I have to take into account for, their kids that I have to take into account for, both of my parents, one of them being on the East Coast. It is nothing but stress during the Christmas time. Obviously, Christmas morning, Christmas day, you sit around, you get drunk, you eat until you're comatose. It's all great and fun and all that. But the whole Christmas season, it is nothing but just a ball of stress. 4th of July, it is nothing but laid back. You go to a barbecue, you're eating hot dogs, you're eating burgers, you're celebrating America, you're sitting by a pool or on the lake or at a lake house. There's no stress involved. You don't have, it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to celebrate the holiday. And we're all Americans here. Christmas is it's a religious holiday, obviously, so not everybody celebrates Christmas. If you're Jewish, you're not. If you're Muslim, you're not. If you're atheist, probably doing it just on the commercial side of it as an American. But for the 4th of July, that's something in America we can all get behind. And say what you want, like, about the political state of the country, the polarization of left versus right and all that. But on the 4th of July, for one day only, all 380 Americans, especially this year, considering it's the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, fuck the Redcoats. It's one of the best holidays. It's my favorite holiday, and I've been on record saying that. I love the 4th of July. It's my favorite holiday. I can't wait for it this year. I'm flying back from Ireland a couple days early this year just to make sure I'm here for the 250th. I will be in red, white, and blue out in Ireland. I will be red, white, and blue on the 4th of July, and I love it. It's the best.
2 points is that before I was at Barstool in this role, Christmas, pretty much everyone gets Christmas off from Christmas Eve through New Year's. That's pretty standard across America. 4th of July, we are very lucky and privileged. We get that week off here. That's not common. It is pretty common to get 4th of July off, and usually the day before or day after. Mm-hmm. So it's like a two-day holiday, hopefully in addition to a weekend, so maybe a 4-day weekend at best. Christmas, you get way more time off. And 4th of July, I just lost my train of thought. 4th of July, damn it. Oh, the part that it's only celebrated by Christian or Catholic, whatever, under the Christian umbrella.
That was Christmas I said that about.
Yes. I think, like, Jewish people are kind of doing it right. Big Chinese food meal, watching basketball, going to the movies. That sounds like an awesome day. So I think just the spirit of having off and being with family is awesome. Without Christmas, if there were no major holidays like that, a lot of people might not see their families for a good deal. And 3Fs, faith, family, and football, family's in there. And you got potentially all 3 of them on one day that you have a ton of time off for. So I love Christmas.
Okay, it's my turn to start. I think Dave won this one. Relaxation versus stress was clearly a good point. The it's for everybody piece was also a nice point by him. You started off saying you had a period where you didn't like your holiday. That obviously hurts your argument.
Fair.
So I think Dave won this pretty cleanly. Nick.
Big shout out to me, because these past few I've been voting with my bias. I am going to, for the second time today, vote against what I believe to be the best. I'm giving this one to Dave. I love Christmas, but the way he made me second guess myself was powerful.
I agree.
Yeah.
I wasn't even trying to. That's honestly Christmas for me. It is so stressful.
Firework accident, Steve.
That was the point.
JPP.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. But
We used to go down.
firework safety argument would have been.
My dad and I used to, when I was like 10, 12 years old, we used to go down to Indiana, go to Crazy Kaplan's, come back with like $100 worth of fireworks, which $100 goes a long way for fireworks. And we would put on we had a cul-de-sac that backed up to the park, and we would put on a whole show for the neighborhood.
You know who the plug here is in the office for the fireworks?
I'm gonna guess like Blutman or something. Oh, that should have been an easy answer. I apologize.
That's unbelievable.
That was an easy answer.
And $100 doesn't get you as far as it used to. I'll tell you that.
No.
Even if they do the 2-for-1s.
Do you drop $1,000?
I did last time.
Yeah. And
I will say this, I am completely anti-firework now that I have dogs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, so Dave is back in the fight. 2-1. Nice point, Dave. Dave, so now this is to you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather give up TV shows or movies?
Holy shit.
I'll give up movies. I'm going to take the ball on this one. There is nothing better than, and we're about to start it again. So last night I just restarted House of the Dragon Season 2 to fresh up before House of the Dragon Season 3, which starts on the 16th, I believe, either this coming Sunday or the Sunday after. There is nothing better than a hit show in the middle of summer on HBO. You get there on Sunday night. You just had your whole weekend. You got the work week to look forward to, and you get that HBO and you know you're about to start. Back from, it didn't matter, Sopranos to Entourage when I was in college to Game of Thrones, and I never got into The Wire. That's obviously another one. But there is nothing better than a hit TV show that the whole world is watching at once on Twitter, live tweeting it on Sunday night. I love having the cliffhangers where you got to wait a week for them instead of, you get it by the end of the movie. Obviously, that is if it doesn't have sequels and trilogies and all that. But movies, it's one hit quit. And while that does have a place in society, obviously, give me TV shows all day. There's nothing better than a binge watch of a great TV show. I've watched Breaking Bad like 5 times. Same with Thrones. Sopranos is a slog, but I've watched that a couple of times. Or you could just go to background TV. You could go to movies on TV on Saturday mornings. My favorite background TV on a Saturday morning, it's always on TNT, The Replacements. So if you have TV, you can technically get movies too, but I won't use that as an argument. I'll just put that in your guys' heads.
TV shows.
Then
TV shows.
Other background TV shows, for me, I like Family Guy in the background when I get home at like 4 p.m. It's just on the background when I'm like working out, cooking dinner, whatever. It's awesome because you can hear the jokes. You don't really need to pay attention. You know what the jokes are. Same with South Park. Like TV shows all day, every day.
Okay. Steven.
I would have taken movies first had I got the choice. My favorite food in the world is movie popcorn. I had a nice large bucket yesterday. I got the AMC deal where it's 50% off a bucket for the whole year. $30. I'm paying $6 for a large bucket. Unlimited refills. You get the butter. You throw little M&Ms in there sometimes. Delicious.
Wait, hold on. M&Ms and popcorn?
Yeah.
Is this a thing?
I've seen it done, but I've never done it myself.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I'm not knocking it. I just never seen it.
Pretty good. My wife introduced me to it. It's great. Movies are great because you're there for a purpose. You accomplish your purpose. You get the story, and you're done. You get to go about living your daily life. The part I might have agreed with you about TV shows maybe 20 years ago, but the fact that we've moved to like a streaming and app world, you gotta have Netflix, you gotta have Hulu, you gotta have Amazon Prime Video, you gotta have all these different services to get your television. You can't just have basic cable anymore with HBO. You gotta have HBO Max. You can't just have cable to watch your show. There's also the problem with spoilers and delays. What happens if you have a commitment on Sunday night? You're going to be late to it. You miss out on that entire window of talking about that. Movies you can see at your own pace. Additionally, with TV shows, if a show drops and it's a binge, so like it's not a week by week thing. Like normally, like I said, 20 years ago, my point might have been different, but you might have to watch and stay up really late to be in on the talk and the gossip the next day about what happened in the show. Love is Blind does this where they'll drop like 3 or 4 episodes at once, and you kind of got to watch all of them. Otherwise, you're not included in the conversation. With movies, you go to the movie, you see the movie, you know everything that you saw, that's it. Yes, there are sometimes sequels and stuff like that. Movie I saw last night, Masters of the Universe, they teased a sequel, but that's just something you can potentially look forward to. That doesn't really affect the storyline. Movies are the absolute best. You see a movie, you know everything about it. I make that part of my job. That's a thing I do, 1-minute movie reviews. I'll go to a movie, I'll see it, I will put it out. That is part of my content. So I love movies. Television, you also look at some of the best shows of all time, the stuff that you're talking about, the one you want to talk about at the water cooler the next day. 90s, Seinfeld, early 2000s, Lost, Sopranos. How do people feel about the endings of those shows? Terrible. People hated the ending of Sopranos, hated the ending of Lost, hated the ending of Seinfeld. So you go into, you might want to just go Arian Foster mode and just not watch the last 2 episodes. So you have more to look forward to. It can ruin your experience.
Can I start writing down notes to? Is that allowed?
Gotta talk to Ed.
Yeah, I think notes are fine.
Okay. Now you are both exceptions to this rule. How often would you say that you two go to the movies? You maybe, I don't know. Are you a movie
I'm
goer?
a 1 a year kind of guy.
Okay. You two are probably like at least a couple times a month, right?
Yes.
I'm like a 20 plus a year.
Okay, so you guys are the
than that.
exception to the rule.
What?
You're higher than that.
Maybe, yeah, like 20 to 30.
You've seen 20 this year, I think.
No, not yet. Maybe close, actually, yeah.
My point is you guys are the exception to the rule. Lance, how often do you go to a movie?
I think I've gone to the movies like 2 times in 2 weeks.
How often would you say the average person goes to a movie?
Maybe like
Once
4 or
every
5 times a year.
6
Yeah, I
weeks?
think that's probably fair.
Okay,
It
how often?
It really depends on age, though. Like when I was younger, and it was like one of the only places I could be independent.
How often?
A lot.
Yeah, well, yes. At like as 30-something-year-old adults, you don't go as often, and there's a reason that the movie going experience has kind of died in the last handful of years. You touched on them a little bit. Obviously, everything's right in front of you now. If an average person is going 4, 5, 6 times a year, we'll just say 5 to make it a round number. How often do you think that person's watching TV?
5 isn't a round number.
I meant, shut up.
How often is a person watching TV? Definitely more than 5 times a year.
Yeah, I would say an average American is watching it almost daily. TV's on at one point during the day, almost every day for an average American.
You got to concede that point.
And that includes watching ESPN. We're talking TV shows, obviously. I'm talking TV
shows.
stations. Does SportsCenter count as, does WUB count as a TV show? So you're getting rid of all of those. They're live TV. I know they're not necessarily TV programs like scripted Family Guy or something, but it's still a TV show. So you automatically have to eliminate all of that from your life. And you can have, like, if you're taking for you 20, 30 times a year to go to the movies, fine, you can have that. I personally would rather give up movies for the rest of my life and have the TV right in front of my face for the rest of my life.
What's the best snack you like when you're here watching TV?
I'm not a snack guy, honestly, at all.
What do you think most Americans' favorite snack is when they're watching TV?
I would say potato chips.
Ooh, okay. I would say popcorn probably. You know, the
Do a
best
lot of people eat popcorn at home?
I do it
It's
all
when
the
you're
time.
watching a movie at home, I would do popcorn.
I never have popcorn on me. I don't really like popcorn anyways. Like, I eat it, but I don't, like, crave it.
Okay. Well, movie popcorn you can try and get at home, but the best place you can get it is at the movie theater, and that's where they show
Then
the
you
movies.
can put in a DoorDash order and get that movie popcorn delivered.
Ain't nobody
to you.
doing that.
I don't think they.
I have done it.
You have?
Yeah, it's actually kind of sick.
There you go.
Does it hold up?
I'm not
Yeah.
far from the theater, but still, no, not really. But it was better than I thought it would be. It was just I saw it on there and I had to do it for the novelty. Okay, Nick, you want to lead us off?
Yeah. So when you asked the question, Ed, the first thing that popped into my mind is I hope whoever takes movies brings up that TV shows just don't stick the landing. I can't remember a show that I've watched that I've been content with the ending.
That
Is universally hated.
I'm sorry, Breaking Bad. Euphoria absolutely just did.
What?
I thought the ending was
Sorry.
fantastic.
Never mind. That's
That's kind of spoiler-ish territory still because it just happened. But
I think it's 1 out of 20 will land the plane.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a bummer because you sink a lot of time into it. So I'm glad Cheah brought that up. I wish you would have had a rebuttal of, well, all movies are essentially sequels now. There's not much, there's a lot of slop being put out.
They're trying to get you for every cent you got.
I would have gone. Cheah had me at first with saying that, but I like that you brought up that TVs are just a staple. I go home and
It's the
impulsively
first thing you
turn
do.
on the TV.
Yes, it's the first
and it's
thing
a
you do.
comfort thing. I'm going with Dave.
yeah.
But it was close.
I wish you kept digging into being like, hey, if you got one thing on, like it's TV, because obviously that's like the biggest, like when you brought up Sports Center or WUB or whatever, like even if you kept going with like news media and stuff, like it is like this quintessential thing that's always on. So that would be harder to get rid of, which I think you were going down that route.
I went down that route.
Yeah, but you didn't stick the landing as forceful as much as I would have liked you to do. However, I still think you did it well enough, and then you kind of just followed up with like popcorn's good.
Yeah.
Which I agree with you. I agree with you.
Popcorn's damn good.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's part of the experience.
Yeah, but there was also a home viewing experience as much as I prefer the theater experience. And like the thing is too, this, we're in a movie renaissance right now.
Yeah.
Like
a little bit, yeah.
Like all these new
Top Gun.
directors. Like,
Oh, yeah.
These
Thank
young
them
kids,
for it,
they're
right?
we're making, the back rooms and the obsessions are a big thing. And I think TV got too oversaturated, and I don't think you really nailed that as well as you could have. So
And to your point earlier, not every movie ends well. You can
No, you're right.
No, and this is actually something
For
I
me,
was
it's
gonna
the
say.
time sink.
You sink time and money to go watch something that may or may not be good.
But
Like, if you're
TV
at
show
home
is like
at least-
hundreds of hours. And like
Some
the
shows.
disappointment and betrayal I felt from Game of Thrones.
When I said Thrones, I meant Breaking Bad. I thought Breaking Bad is stuck the landing better than any single TV show in history, and I do not think it'll be topped.
And they were pressured to stretch it out, I believe.
They
said
wouldn't
no,
do
but,
it.
Like so many people will bend the knee and stretch it to where it's ruins the legacy.
When I may be making this up in my head, and this is a small tangent, but I think I remember hearing that Italian Americans were so pissed off at The Sopranos for making them look bad that they ended up like getting rid of all the mob shit in the last couple seasons, and that's when it went to shit.
Oh,
It got all spiritual when Tony was in the hospital, and you remember?
is this a safe space?
Yeah.
Never seen a lick of it.
Neither have I.
Okay.
When it ended, originally people didn't like it. When I did, I appreciate it a lot more as time has gone.
Okay. All right, Dave. So that brings you to a tie. And we will go to the 5th round.
Holy shit.
Never happened before. And Dave, it is your first choice again.
Steven 5.
Yeah, some of these are timely. Dave, better event, the World Cup or the Olympics?
I hate both of them, if we're being completely honest. I'm going to go with the World Cup. The World Cup, so the Olympics have become like a Western jerk-off fest. And obviously the Olympics, did I say the World Cup has been a Western jerk-off?
No, the Olympics have
Okay,
become a jerk-off fest.
that's what I meant to say. The Olympics become a Western jerk-off fest where it's like, oh, how much can we suck off all these great democratic countries? The World Cup it is the savages. I can't wait. I'm going to be in Ireland for the World Cup, and I've reached out to a couple of Donnie's friends that are from Ireland. They live in Ireland, and they're like, oh, dude, you're going to have the best time here. It's the World Cup. You're in the heart of it. All the pubs are going to be slammed to the brim. You're not really getting that for the Olympics. Yeah, there's like the national pride, but it's a bunch of sports you don't actually give a shit about. No one cares about. Yeah, it's cool to watch the 100-meter dash and the mile and the marathon and all that, and all the weird little. I mean, the shooting sports. Those are kind of fun, but you don't really care about the outcome of them. Even if they are American, you're like, oh, I want them to win. But in the end, it's like, who gives a shit? Obviously, the Americans are going to completely dominate the medal count, especially in Summer Olympics. And then the Winter Olympics, obviously, you got hockey, which is cool. But as a whole, like, basketball, it's not fun in the Olympics. It's the World Cup. I don't even like soccer. But if America was good, I would be fucking beating my chest wearing red, white, and blue. I'd wear bandanas. I'd be going nuts. Last time they were good, I think it was 2014, maybe 12.
Tim Howard?
One of those years. I think Iraq was in it that year too, and they actually made a run. It was actually really cool to see the Iraqis go on a run because of everything that was going on in their country. And there's actual national pride involved in that, and it's not like, oh, it's not the fake pride where it's like, oh, the guy that just shot a bullet through a bullseye at 100 yards. It's a real sport that people are insanely emotionally invested in, not all the fake shit.
Cheah.
Michael Phelps, Simone Biles, Michael Johnson.
You don't actually care about swimming or gymnastics or sprinting.
You're right. But guess what? I remember those people.
Mm-hmm.
They are memorable people. Like, I
You
also
don't remember Messi or Pele.
What years?
I don't do soccer.
Yeah.
Messi's Messi right now. So this current World Cup. Pele was from like the 80s.
Messi's like over 40 now. He's way past his prime.
Okay, so 2016.
Who won the last 2 World Cups?
Brazil. And I want to say Belgium. Didn't Belgium win?
Certainly not. That's my point, is that World Cup, you don't really remember. You don't really remember the heroes. If I'm being objective, I am not a soccer fan either. My most memorable soccer memory from the World Cup is Zinedine Zidane headbutting a guy and getting kicked out of a game in like whatever the hell year that was, 2004. Like, that's my most memorable World Cup moment. Whereas the Olympics, like, you get winter and summer. You get was it Jack Eichel who hit the game-winning goal for the United States?
No.
Who is it? Jack Hughes?
Yeah.
Jack Hughes hitting the game-winning goal for the United States against Canada.
Very memorable.
That's an awesome thing.
Isn't that what you just argued, that they were memorable? You didn't even remember his name.
Okay. I got plenty more. Name me 3 World Cup people that didn't play in the U.S. and
It's about what's on the front of your jersey, not the name in the back for the World Cup.
But you don't even remember. You don't even remember who won the last 2 World Cups. So how are you saying the name on the front of the jersey?
But I can get up for a World Cup if the Americans were good.
Which they're not.
Yeah, I know.
So it sucks.
It doesn't suck. The rest of the world absolutely fucking loves it. Way more than the Olympics.
Not you.
Nobody gives a shit about the medal count in the Olympics. If your country wins the gold...
Do you know who Simone Biles is? Do you know
Yes.
who Michael Phelps is?
Yes.
Okay. So then, yes.
Do you know who Zinedine Zidane is?
The guy that got kicked. I just said that.
Yes,
The guy
I
that
know.
got
I'm
kicked
asking
out.
you. I'm asking if you know who he is because you just named him, and you're asking me to name players as if I couldn't do it.
He got named for. He's remembered for something terrible.
But you are saying you can't remember anything about the World Cup, and you just said a player that you remembered.
I said the only thing I can remember about the World Cup because it sucks so much.
It doesn't suck. It's the entire country's going to shut down. All of Mexico is going to shut down. Every bar will be filled for these games.
For soccer casuals like myself and probably you.
The
most
beyond casual. I wouldn't even call myself a casual.
The most memorable thing from the World Cup in this century is probably like the vuvuzelas from like South Africa. How they were super annoying.
It's because the United States sucks at soccer. Worldwide, it is such a bigger deal to win the World Cup than the Olympic medal count. Nobody gives a shit about the medal count. You think the UK or Russia is like beating their... Here's a point that you should use that I'm going to use for you, okay? I promise you Russia gives way more of a shit about winning the gold medal in one sport, hockey, than they do about the total medal count as a whole for the Olympics. The Olympics don't matter to them. It's the hockey game that matters to them. One thing
matters to everybody. Like the United States is trying to win basketball. You have that iconic moment with Stephen.
See, that's the point in basketball. The United States just beats the fucking shit out of everybody.
Have you not been paying attention the past few years? That's not the case at all.
They beat the shit out of everybody.
They won the gold medal this time.
Yes, they did.
They did not win it the time before. They also didn't.
What's the dream team's all-time record in the Olympics?
There's only one dream team, first of all.
Okay, what is the American team?
It's good, but it's not incredible.
What is it? How?
In 2004, they lost. I think they got
to
silver.
Puerto
They got
Rico.
the bronze.
I remember.
That was an exhibition game. They got the bronze medal, and so they brought in the 2008 Redeem team, which was like LeBron, Kobe, like all these guys in their absolute prime. So yes, but even those games are tight and very exciting. You get... I think Titus has even said like that's his favorite type of basketball is because it is the best people playing the most.
So you're arguing one person
He's a basketball guy.
Yeah, I know. One person's argument about the Olympic basketball is good, so that's why the World Cup is not as good as the Olympics.
Just tell me why it's good besides other people.
Because the actual
why do you like
the
it?
national pride for the World Cup is real and sincere. Everybody who is in the World Cup, and that here's the thing. I think Donnie had one of the trivia questions the other day. What's the smallest team in the World Cup? I think the answer was Bermuda. You have a little. What was it?
It's I don't know.
It was a small Caribbean island, I believe. So call it Bermuda just for intents and purposes, okay? A small Caribbean island that is playing on the global stage, that is the World Cup against France or Germany or Brazil or whoever is in their pool. That, I promise you, every single person from Bermuda or whatever country, the island nation it is they're making they're shutting down their lives for those games.
You don't think
for
all
the Olympics it doesn't matter
when Usain Bolt has a big race?
That's 1 9-second race. No, I don't think so.
Oh,
For
absolutely.
an entire,
He's a national hero.
For a World Cup, you have 3 pool games, I believe, and then you advance, and those games mean the world to these people. It doesn't, even if you're French or German, actual like industrial power with millions, like tens of millions of people in your population, every single one of those person are like hell bent on winning the World Cup. They don't give a shit about the
Yet the
Olympics.
Olympic TV rights cost more. To get commercial airtime is more expensive on the Olympics than the World Cup. I know this because I used to work in television.
Okay. Lance, let's start with you.
I'm not fully sure. I guess, I think definitely, Dave, I think you are right in the fact that the World Cup, it gets way more eyes from way more people, and I think globally, yeah, they do like it. I don't know if you hit a lot of strong points as to why it's actually, really good. I think Steven maybe hit more points that are actually relatable to us here. And I guess, maybe I'm letting my own bias go in a little, because I do think, I love Olympic
Not supposed
basketball.
to do that.
Yeah, but I think that the argument was better overall for the fact that we can name the Olympians. There are certain things we remember. I think the medal count would matter. I don't know. I probably would have to give it to Cheah.
Okay.
Not by a lot though.
One for Stevie.
Ed, I know this is you're running this and everything. You can't make me vote because that was so bad on both sides. I'm not voting. I can't. That was I can't do it. Nobody won.
Oh no.
The Jack Hughes mistake was really bad when that was the debate you were having, but then
Yeah, he was naming off memorable players.
yeah, it was.
But you also picked
There was nothing
something
done.
that you knew I knew nothing about.
You took it.
I had to. I don't know anything about the
you had the
Olympics
option.
either.
I can't vote. Do you, Ed?
I think Dave's point, even though he didn't know who the last winners were, is still a strong point that matters more than who has the higher medal count. At the
But he
Olympics.
didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't know.
I know he didn't know, but I do think that means.
Did he even get one of them right?
I'm looking at him now.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I said Germany. They won.
No, you didn't.
I said Belgium. They came in third in 2018. Germany came in first in 2014.
Did-
And
That wasn't the
Argentina, I
last
said
two.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Wasn't it France and Argentina?
He said Belgium.
Yes.
So you weren't right.
Belgium. You said Belgium and Brazil. Is what you said.
And you weren't right.
I didn't say France.
No.
Okay. What? Nevertheless, you think that
It's not memorable.
it's not memorable to me because I do zero soccer. I am the worst person to ask this question
You took it.
because the Olympics are fucking dog shit. I will actually tune into
But you know more about the Olympics than soccer. So you can
based
therefore
on
argue it
just
better.
proximity to people who like you who suck off Michael Phelps for swimming fast.
There was a lot of country pride when Michael Phelps and that team won the swimming relay coming from behind by so much. And it's a memorable moment.
I'm looking at the last champions right now.
Okay. Here's how we're going to do this, because I'm going to vote Dave. Okay? And if Nick refuses
What
to
was
vote,
his-
Oh, I'm voting Stephen Cheah then, because the Jack Hughes mess up was his only mistake.
Okay.
You can't do that. Your hand was off the chess piece.
Your argument that time was terrible. You just said a lot of people care about this. Not me, though.
And you
The
can't
world-
disparage what Michael Phelps did.
Yeah, you can. If you Yeah, you can. If you took the best athletes in most sports and had them born-bred swimmers from the time that Michael Phelps started swimming, I bet that you'd find people that I don't think Michael Phelps could go play the NBA.
But you think if LeBron, by the time when he was born and started training and swimming, he would beat Michael Phelps?
I'm not going to say he's not going to beat Michael Phelps. I'm saying we don't know. I'm saying the best athletes are playing in the famous sports in the United States.
Congratulations
baseball.
to Stephen Cheah on winning Brain Clash number 11.
Oh, wait, I was the deciding vote there?
Well, yeah.
Wait, no. I don't want to. I thought he voted for Dave.
Oh, he voted for Cheah.
Hand off the chess piece again.
I just don't understand your point.
The only other way to decide this is I could post this on Twitter.
I think that's how it should be done.
And then the people.
I actually
can
like
decide.
that.
Okay.
That's better than the snake draft, actually, because there's only two choices.
That's what I'm saying. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
And
you have no point.
My point is...
Your point is more
that
people
the
care about this, and I can't name anything that's happened in the last 26 years.
Because I'm an American who doesn't give a flying fuck about soccer, but I do know that
But you know Olympians.
I name
What have you consumed more of?
World famous Olympians. Yes, I remember Michael Johnson in '96 with the golden cleats and all that. I remember that. Yes, of course.
Yes.
But you tried to argue that with saying you don't remember any players, and I named a few.
You named the one that I named.
Because you said people don't know about soccer player. How you worded it was like you don't know soccer players. I'm like, you just said one, Zinedine Zidane. And then I said Messi, and then I said Pele. I named 3 total people.
You named 3 people.
Freddie Adu. Did he ever play in the World Cup?
Oh, he sucked.
Yeah.
You gotta stop talking.
No, it's over.
Yeah, but the voters might still be listening.
They're not.
Just of all the arguments we had today, this one might have been your worst.
Well, you were making me argue about
You chose it.
I hate the Olympics. The Olympics, I'm Summer Olympics. I do not care about the Summer Olympics one single iota. If the United States were good at soccer, I would be fucking beating my chest at Declan's Irish pub at 5 a.m. watching them play overseas tomorrow if they had a game. And I'll say same for the United States hockey team if it were the Winter Olympics. I'll give you that.
U.S. men's hockey soccer team was at Soldier Field this weekend? Yeah. Did you go? Did you watch?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Yeah.
Name
Okay.
two players.
On the U.S. team?
Any team.
Landon Donovan.
He's not still on the team.
Did he play in a World Cup?
Yeah.
Decades ago.
Oh, he did?
I just said.
Jay.
Okay, please go to @DogWalkBarstool and vote who won the World Cup versus Olympics.
You should
today.
never.
They're in your
ever,
backyard. You didn't give a fuck.
Ever.
It didn't even
Ask
sniff
me a
your
soccer
TV.
question again. It did.
Who'd they play?
Belgium.
No.
I have no fucking clue.
They played Germany. They lost 2-1.
Oh, I knew I saw a bunch of German bros talking up Chicago.
God.
They're like, this place is awesome.
Unbelievable.
Never ask me a soccer question again. Or Olympics.
You picked
Or wrestling.
I picked it by default
Honestly,
because
fuck
I
Ed.
hate.
Fuck Ed for
Yeah.
picking these topics that are all against you.
Yes. Well, this one specifically. The rest of them.
What about the first one?
Wrestling?
What was it again?
Wrestling.
Oh, that.
He just has it out for you.
That one. I don't think that one. This one we should have never done.
It's so topical. I think it was a great question.
Yeah, and I think it was the best set of debates.
He asked me to name soccer players that have played in the World Cup for the United States. I named, or just have played in the World Cup, and I named 3. And he's like, "Well, name more. Name more. Name more."
3 isn't that many.
I asked you to name players that played in this game this weekend because you said you tuned in.
I didn't tune in.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but if it were an actual World Cup game, I would tune in.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I promise you, I will actually tune in. Did they qualify? They qualified, right?
The U.S.?
Yeah.
It's in the
Yes.
United States. They have to be in it.
Oh, okay.
This
I
is
actually
crazy.
knew that rule.
No, you didn't.
I did. Once you
Said it.
refresh my memory,
Okay.
then I remembered hearing that rule.
We got an email yesterday from Jack McCarthy saying if you're watching
Streams, yeah.
So yeah, be here for the U.S. streams since you're gonna be watching it.
When do they play?
I saw the email.
You could have brought up FIFA. You could have brought up FIFA corruption too.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been nice.
I just didn't see any argument that I was even debunking.
Yeah. No, I get it.
The national
right.
pride, I promise you, Team Ireland would rather win the World Cup than win the medal count for the Summer Olympics. I doubt they even have a winner.
That's what won me over.
I don't even think that's true. If Ireland could win the medal count,
He kind of went back with Usain Bolt being a national hero.
yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
it's not
true.
good to argue exceptions to rules and
But I do think
debates
that
like this.
I do think they would take a World Cup over Usain Bolt,
Jamaica for sure would.
right?
But if Jamaica won the
Yeah.
medal count,
They don't have
Yeah,
a
they're gonna
they don't have a chance to win the medal count. They have
No
a chance
shit.
to win the World Cup.
No, they don't.
It's more reachable.
It's
Is
more
it?
I think
more
so.
attainable?
To win to be better
Has
and
an
over.
underdog ever won the World Cup?
They're both extremely.
Yeah.
extreme
Croatia
long
came in
shots.
third. Croatia's only been a country for like 30 years.
Yeah,
what team was Zinedine Zidane on?
France, right?
Yes.
yeah, good job. All right, let us know at Dogwalk Barstool. Che, thank you. Nick, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Dave, thank you. Lance, thank you. That's it
West
for
Germany.
today. That's it for this week. Go to the poll at Dogwalk Barstool. I'll post it tonight, probably like 8 o'clock Central. All right. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next week.